Hey there, my name's Amanda and I'm a hand embroidery artist, and I wanted to share with you how to do the burden stitch today. Let's dive right in. So first I start by making some horizontal stitches that are stacked on top of one another and evenly spaced out. Depending on how dense you want the fill to be, you can make these closer or farther apart, but when you're practicing, I think a few millimeters apart is a totally great place to start. You can make as many of these as you want, but I think that a good sample size would be 5 horizontal lines. Next, we'll be using a contrasting color, and I'll be making little straight stitches across these lines. It's easiest to start on the second line and make stitches that span between the third and first line. Leave a little bit of space in between these stitches because we're going to be staggering the stitches. They'll basically be kind of staggered as we fill in the shape. Work from left to right or right to left and fill in that second line until it's got evenly spaced out stitches all the way to the edge. Now I'm going to be starting from the top of the second line and ending the stitches right above the first line. These stitches are going to be slightly shorter because they're not spanning as much of the fabric, but in order to get a neat edge, that's why I'm making them a little bit shorter. Each stitch should start in between the stitches you made in the row below. Now I'm going to be working the next row, which would be the third row down. And again, I'm going to be making these stitches spanning between the fourth line and the second line. And they're going to go in between the green stitches on the second row. So as you can see, I'm just staggering these stitches each row, so they're kind of fitting in like puzzle pieces. This is a stitch that I highly recommend to use contrasting colors and to kind of play around with them. You can also play around with the density of the stitches, like how I did this Monstera pot. And I wanted to share with you one other idea. I actually got it out of my Erica Wilson Cruel Embroidery book. There is a diagram with this particular pattern in it. It's kind of a chevron pattern. I started by making 4 stitches centered above the bottom line. And then I went back in along the bottom line and filled in the stitches in between, so there would be 5 on the very bottom. You work your way up each row, decreasing by 1 stitch each time, which makes it into kind of a pyramid or triangular shape. Then using a contrasting color, you would just work the rest of the rows in the other color. And I just like to work row by row up one side, and then I work my way around and then back down along the other side. These are just a few ideas. There's probably countless ideas you could do with this stitch, so please share them in the comments if you have any additional ideas. But I hope that you found this tutorial helpful, and I would love to do more, so please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!